Now, how to work on the file ID is, everyone see the pencil sign over here?
Yes, Samir.
You need to click on to the pencil sign. Now in new files, it will say start. Since the file is in draft, so that is the reason it is saying resume. In new files, the pencil sign will say start. You need to click on to start. Now the first thing is, this is how the file would look like, wherein you're getting the play option, the forward option. Now here all you need to do is, whatever file you receive, whether you receive the file in regional language of Telangana or AP or any other regional language, first you need to search for a segment that is enabled. Enabled means there are two segments over here. Now, if I click onto the first segment, it won't allow me to work on it because it is grayed out. So if I click onto the second one, like this, it would be highlighted. Then I need to click on to play and then listen to the audio and then do the transcription. So I'll repeat once again. Whenever a file is being assigned to you, first you need to click onto the pencil sign and do not go ahead and click on to play. Then you need to look for an enabled segment. This is known as a segment. You need to look for a segment which is enabled. It would be enabled by us. All right. All you need to do is click onto it. Once you click onto it, it would be highlighted in green. The waves would be highlighted in green. Then you need to play and listen to the audio and do the transcription. I hope the thing that I explained, it is you're able to understand, right? As of now. Any question, any doubt?
No, Samir, understood.
Okay. Now, the second rule is, whenever you are listening to the audio which is enabled, you have to go ahead and do the transcription, whatever said over here, not the rest one. Only the transcription which is highlighted in green. So all you need to do is do play, and whatever has been said, you need to do the transcription. Now, the speaker on this audio may go ahead and say something about the image over here that is mentioned, or would go ahead and say anything in regards to what comes in the speaker mind. So, as a transcriber, the first rule is minimum and maximum words. So the minimum words the speaker needs to say are 5. So any words spoken less than 5, the file will not accept. For example, if the speaker says, hello, how are you? These are 4, right? If you click on to send, see, it will say segment have less than 5 words. Understood? So as a transcriber, you need to go ahead and check whether the speaker who's speaking in the green one has spoken more than 5 words, not less than that. 5 or more than 5. If it is less than 5 words, maybe 3, 2, 1, then you need to copy the file ID and give it to your team leader. Your team leader will go ahead and give the file to Amit, and they will let you know what next has to be done. So any file which has less than 5 words, you will not do the transcription for that particular file. I hope that is clear. Any questions and any doubt till now?
Is it for one sentence or is it for entire segments?
Only one segment. You see, there would be no entire segment. Maybe you are coming between the training. You have to click on to the segment which is enabled. You need to click on to the play, and you need to check whether the words spoken by the speaker is at least 5 or more than 5 words.
Okay.
Yeah. If it is less than 5 words, then you will not do the transcription. You need to share the file ID. Any technical issues, for example, if you are clicking on play and you've got suppose you're doing a Telangana file and you've received a file of Hindi, Marathi, any other regional language, please copy the file ID and give it to your pointer or team leader or your supervisor. That person will go ahead and share the file ID with Amit. Understood? You will not do the transcription if you receive any other regional language file or the word spoken is less than 5 words. Any questions, any doubt as of now? Team, yes, no, maybe?
Yes, Samir, I have a doubt. We have only transcript the green part, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So what will happen is, I will repeat once again. Once you click onto the file, do not click onto play. First, look for the segment which is enabled. So if I click on this segment, it is not enabled. But however, if I click onto the second segment, it is enabled, right? So look for the segment which is not grayed out. See, the first segment, if you check, it is grayed out, isn't it?
Yes.
So once you click onto the segment which is highlighted in green, you need to do the transcription of that particular segment by clicking on to play. So whatever has been said, you need to go ahead and do the transcription. Okay. Any further question, doubts?
No,
No.
Samir.
No.
Now, let me tell you the rule while you do the transcription. While you are doing the transcription, I hope you all also understand few words in Hindi, right?
Yes.
Because you will not receive any file in English. So I will just give you the example in Hindi. You'll be able to understand. So just understand whatever I'm typing, it's in your regional language. Okay.
Excuse me.
Suppose.
Okay.
Yeah. Tell me.
Yeah. Will you give any Telugu segments example for anyone?
I cannot have a Telugu example because I don't know
few
the
people
language.
are in Telugu, so that's why they can't understand properly how to do it.
But I cannot type anything in Telugu because I am not aware of that language.
Okay. Thank you. Okay.
I can only give the training in English or Hindi.
Okay. Then carry on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Carry on.
Process is same, right?
Process is same.
Yeah, okay.
Whether it's just the regional language, the typing, the transcription, the text would be changed. However, the process remains the same.
Okay, fine.
Okay. So now let me give you an example. For example, the speaker said, okay, I'll give you the example in English. Okay. Speaker said, how are somebody? Me, good. Are you good? So as a transcriber, your job is to type, transcribe whatever being said without making any grammatical changes. So over here, the user has supposed to say how are everyone, or how is everyone? I am good. Are you good? So this is grammatically not correct, right? The speaker said, but we do not have to make any grammatical changes. Whatever has been said, whatever we listened, we need to type the same thing. Understood? Any confusion, any doubts?
No.
No.
Okay. Now, while doing the transcription, be it any regional language, please do take care that you do not make any spelling errors. No spelling errors has to be made. If there are any spelling error, please go ahead and make the changes. So while doing the transcription, while clicking on to send, before clicking on to send, please check whether there are no spelling errors. Okay. Now, there is a word called stuttering. Now, for example, speaker said, "Ha, ha, ha, how are you?" Okay. So, how it should be written? Dash, 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 without any spaces. This is known as stuttering. So, for example, any word, before saying any word, the person is stuttering, wherein he says, ha, ha, how, are, like he says, So, how many times he stuttered? We need to use that number of times. So, for example, if he stuttered for 4 times, and if you write it for 3 times, that is incorrect. And this is how it needs to be written, be it any regional language. Any doubt, any question?
No.
No.
Shall I continue further?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now there is one more thing wherein, for example, a speaker said a word, half word. Suppose he said who, and then he said good. Or while listening to the recording, only the record got ended. The speaker was saying something, and the segment got ended, and there was a half word spoken. So any half word spoken or any word like this, he says good, good, then we need to use double dash. Do you understand the main difference between single and double dash? Any questions, any doubt?
No.
Yes, no, maybe?
No.
Sorry? There was a person who was saying something. Team, any questions, any doubt? I can see there are 5 to 6 people connected. Yes, no, maybe. Any questions, any doubt as of now for stuttering and double and single dash?
No, Samir.
Good. Now let's talk about, for example, the speaker said, I can see looking at the image, the speaker said, I can see there are bikes, people, bus, car, and a sign board. Okay. Now, whenever a person, how to use a comma? So, whenever you're using a comma, the next word there has to be a single space like this. Okay. I hope how to use a comma, there is no confusion.
Yeah, understood.
Team. Okay. Now let's talk about full stop. Now full stop is also known as Purna Viram. Okay. Now how to use a full stop? So any regional language you are doing the transcription. Suppose the sentence got ended. Then next to the sentence you need to press space and then dot. It will not come in English. So what I'll do is I'll type a Hindi word. Just allow me a moment. Just give me a moment. Maybe there is some issue with Google input tool. And I believe you all know how to install the Google Input tool and how to work on it, right? Or do you want to explain me how to install the Google Input tool as well?
Yeah, tell me once.
Yeah. Okay. So all you need to do is type Google Input tool, and you need to put into the extension. And once the Google Input tool is there, click onto the pencil sign and then select the language. Okay. So now, for example, I'm giving the example in Hindi. Okay. Because I want to tell you how to use a full stop. So if the speaker says kaise, so how to use a full stop? You need to take the cursor next to the sentence that has been, the word that has been now completely said by the speaker. Then press space and then dot. Do you see the full stop sign over here? This is how in regional language you are going to use full stop. You need to take the cursor next to the word, hit space and then dot, like this.
Okay.
Any confusion? So whatever I'm explaining you, we have also already made a PPT for that as well. We will share the PPT after this training. Okay.
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 Can you share me the same recording session also, please?
Yes, both would be shared.
Okay,
Recording session and the PPT.
Okay, fine.
All right. So I believe there is no confusion when and how to use comma, when and how to use stuttering, when and how to use single dash and double dash. Any confusion, any question as of now? Team, if you reply yes or no, that would be okay, because then I would be able to understand that I need to discuss the other topic.
No issues.
Okay. Now let's discuss. Sorry. Okay, I'll just continue. Now let's discuss. For example, you're doing a Telangana file or you're doing any regional language file and there is an English word spoken. Okay. Now, how do you say, bike in Telangana language or AP language? Or Telugu language? Team, please be initiative. Please interact. Fine. If you do not want to interact, I'll go ahead and give the training as per my understanding. Sure. So, for example, any English word said, like he said bike. So, how it needs to be written? This is an Hindi file. I'll give the example in Hindi. So, if you're doing a Kannada, Telangana, or any regional language file, you will first type the word English word in that regional language. So, I say it is Hindi. I'll type bike like this, and then I'll use curly bracket, and then I'll type bike.
Okay.
And then I'll close the curly bracket. So this is how you need to use it. Now, bike, if the person says blue, so first you write blue like this in regional language, and while using the curly bracket, there has to be one space only. So one space, blue. You will not change the meaning.
Okay, we have to write in English as well at the same time.
Yeah, in regional language and then in English.
Okay.
But it has to be written like this. Any
If you
confusion?
spoke in English, you have to write in English only, right?
You will not receive. Okay, let me explain you. You will not receive any English file. Suppose you are doing a which file are you going to do? Which regional language file?
Telugu.
Telugu. Now, how do you say? If a person in Telugu is saying blue? Okay, if a person said if the person said
Samir,
yes.
sorry. Tim, just for the a little bit Telugu example. For an example, if I am saying in Telugu, నీ పేరు Amit Mishra.
Huh.
So నీ పేరు is a Telugu word and Amit Mishra is a English word.
Yes.
No, don't. Okay, please don't give this example. This will confuse them. For example, give the example of a word. Don't take a name or company name or any state name. Give any other example. For example, say in
For example, a bird or animal like that.
yes, or any
Okay.
other word.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'll tell you what will happen. So suppose a person said in Telugu any word, and during that word he used an English word. Okay. Suppose he said in Telugu there are 4 people and all there are on bike. So he used an English word, right?
Yeah.
So what you will do is first you will write bike. So bike would be written in Telugu.
Okay.
Okay, without changing the meaning. So bike would be written in Telugu, and then in curly bracket you will write bike.
Okay.
Understood?
Okay, understood. And
Now-
what about the numbers?
Sorry,
What about the numbers? It comes.
I'll tell you. I'll explain you.
Yeah.
So the numbers, for example, only said in English. For example, if the number is set 70, okay.
Huh.
So first in Telugu you will write 70, then use curly bracket and write 70
In English.
in English. Same thing.
Okay.
Be it numbers or be it word, we need to follow the same rule. Okay, but whenever we are typing and using the curly bracket, it has to be 1 space gap, and inside there should be no gap, like this.
Okay, understood.
Understood?
Yeah.
Samir, in the Telugu we have another scenario also related to the what we can say numbers. जैसे एग्जांपल समीर के हम हिंदी में बोलते हैं 1 2 3 ऐसा, इंग्लिश में हम बोलते हैं 1 2 3.
मैं
So
इंग्लिश
it-
बोल रहा हूँ.
हाँ. So Tim, this is only the numerical related which Samir is saying. It's only related when the speaker has used the English word.
No, I've explained that to them.
क्योंकि समीर इसमें कैसा है तेलुगु में ना, जैसे अपने काउंट करते हैं नंबर को तो ओक्टी रुंडू मूनू ऐसे बोलते हैं.
So team, whatever example I'm giving you, these are the example when a person in Telugu or any other language has said an English word or English number. Understood? Yes, no, maybe team. I
Yes.
expect a yes or no.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, total sentence we need to write in the only English words only. Then it will be
See, but then there
translated
will be the
to
repetition.
Telugu,
No,
right,
we have to
Samir?
write in
Hold
Marathi
on,
as
hold
well
on.
as you.
Guys, one by one, please. Yes, please ask.
It will be the repetition, no? Like Hindi में भी हम लोग English में भी we are writing, and we are whatever regional language we are writing in the. Previously we used to give only tags for English words, right?
Okay, now let me tell you this. This is another project. Now this is what client has asked, right? This is the guideline what client has given to us. Now we have to follow that guideline.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what were you doing in the other previous project and what you're doing in this project. It's totally different.
Samir, I would like to understand one thing. As you mentioned here, कैसे हो आप लोग? Okay. So, do we have to write in this statement in English as well, or just word or any number or any
Did I say
animal
nothing?
name?
No.
No,
It's
just asking if it should not be confused. That's the reason I'm asking it.
okay. Team, the thing that I'm explaining you have to only write if an English word has been said. Then only you will follow this rule.
Sure.
Okay?
Got your point. Thanks.
Okay. Now, for example, now there are exceptions for not using English word and writing it as it is without doing the conversation like this. So, for example, if a person said in Telugu language, Samir, person said a name, it would be written in Telugu language. If America, okay, America said any country name, any state name like Delhi, Bangalore, it would be written in regional language, or any company name like Geo. Okay, yeah, NASA, any company name said would be written in regional language. Though it is said in English, but it would be written in regional language. Only the words like bus, train, things, non-living things, or any kind of words apart from names, apart from country name, apart from company's name, you will, if any English word is said, you will write like this. I hope that is clear, right? Any confusion in that?
No.
Yes? Any question?
No.
Shall I move forward? Any
Yeah.
doubts?
Yes.
Okay. So now let's discuss for an example. Now this example is only for regional language or regional word. Okay. Now, how do you say ladka in Telugu? Team, can you tell me how do you say ladka in Telugu?
Baludu.
Okay. And how do you say lakda?
Lakda mean, can you please tell in English?
Lakda means bamboo.
Wood.
Wood. Chekka.
Huh. So now let me tell you this. For example, you understand ladka and lakda, right?
Yeah, understood.
Right? So both are different words, isn't it?
Yes.
Both are different and both meanings are different, isn't it?
Yeah, both are different words.
Okay. So what happens is any regional language for a word which is pronounced only in regional language, I'm not talking about the English word. So any regional language word which is said incorrectly. So what you will do is, so for example, I'll give you the example just like this. The speaker said, यहाँ पे एक लड़का है. But instead of saying लड़का, he said लकड़ा. So what I'll do is, यहाँ पे एक for example, the speaker said, ये जो white कमीज पे, सफेद कमीज पे, वाहन पे एक लकड़ा बैठा है. So he mispronounced the word, isn't it? So any mispronounced word, what you will do is, first you will write the mispronounced word in regional language. Since he said lakda, you will like this, and then you will give a space, use curly bracket, and write the correct one, ladka. But this is only and only for regional words, not for English. Understood what I'm trying to say over here?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So, for example, any Telugu word mispronounced, first you will type the mispronounced word and then in curly bracket the correct word. Okay?
In the same regional language.
In regional language only. Now, for example, if a person said any incorrect word in English, do not do it. Do not follow this. Okay? You will only follow regional language, that word, and then English in curly bracket. So this example are only for words, not for name, country name, state name, city name, or any company name. Understood?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's talk about initials. For example, during a Kannada file, the speaker said anything like OTP. Okay. Said word like this, OTP, or said UPI, or said UK, or said ICICI. Okay. Just give me a moment. Huh? Yeah. So any word like this, OTP, UPI, all right, you will not write in English. What you will do is you will write that in regional language in your, if you're doing a Telugu file or any other file, what you'll do is, since this is a Hindi file, I only understand Hindi or English. So what I'll do is I'll give you the example. If it is said UPI, so I will write U. Then I'll give underscore without any space, P. Again, underscore without any space, I. If it is ICICI, if it is UK, so I will write U underscore A. If it is ICICI, I will write like this, underscore without any spaces, underscore, then again underscore, then again underscore, again underscore. That's it. Any confusion how to use an initial if said?
No confusion.
Any doubts till now, whatever I have explained? Shall I continue further?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Now let's talk about the tags. So if you press 1, there would be n number of tags that would be available. Now when and how to use that tag, I will explain that. Okay. So if you press 1, the first tag says inaudible. We are not going to use this tag in this project. So inaudible tag does not exist for us. Okay. Then we have unintelligible tag. Unintelligible tag are those tags. It can be used whenever a particular word or a sentence which a speaker has said, but due to low voice quality or due to n number of background noise or any situation, that particular word or that particular word, sentence you were not able to understand, you will use unintelligible. So I'll give you an example. If a person says, "Kaise ho aap?" an aap word I'm not able to understand, what I'll do is I'll press 1 and use unintelligible tag. Now, whenever I'm using a tag, the gap should be 1 space, not more than that. Any tag whichever I am using. So any confusion when and how to use unintelligible tag or any question?
So any background noise is there, we can use unintelligible.
No, it's not background noise. For example, any kind of word or any kind of sentence which you are not able to understand what the speaker
Yeah,
has
while
said.
word or sentence.
Don't get confused in background noise.
Sure, okay.
Any question, any doubts, team?
No.
Okay. Now let's talk about the different type of tags that is available. These tags are nothing but background noise while the speaker is saying. Now when to use these tags? We will only use these tags when there is a fraction of second noise heard. So for example, if a speaker is saying, "I am going," oh, let me use English example that will not confuse you all. I am going out to eat food. Speaker said this. Now, one speaker said, "I am going," and before going, you hear a dog barking. So what you'll do is just a dog barked and stop. That is fractions of second. You will press 1 and you will go ahead and choose barking. So defined noise tag are mentioned. You just need to choose that tag and mention. Now, whenever you are choosing a tag, do remember you need to choose the tag whenever that has been heard in front of a particular word or during a particular word. Not, for example, the barking was heard before going and you are entering at eat. That would be incorrect. Yeah?
Yeah, understood.
Now, for example, there is a noise which you are not able to identify whether should I take it in horn, should I take it in alarm. So what you can do is there is a common tag which is known as noise. You can also use that, but you will use this common tag whenever you are confused which noise to be considered. Okay, otherwise rest every noise is being defined over here. So suppose if a child is crying, child laughing, child talking, yelling, everything is there. See, footsteps, door, dishes, cup, right? Everything is defined. But any noise which you are confused, you can use a common tag which is known as noise. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, I said okay.
Okay. Now let's talk about if you press 2. Once you press 2, you will get other tags. So first 3 tags we do not use. Aside, pronouns, and non-native tag, we do not use these tags. Then we have pause tag. We will only use pause tag, for example, when a speaker in the segment is saying something and for 0.5 seconds or more than that. Please note, the duration should be 0.5 seconds or more than that. The speaker did not say anything. Now, how to calculate that? So, for example, do you see the bars over here, everyone?
Yeah.
So, the duration from this bar to this bar is 1 second. So, 0.5 second would be half of it. So, from here till here and more than that, if the speaker is not saying anything, you will use pause tag. I hope that is clear. When and how to use pause.
If speaker is not saying about 0.5 second
Or more
more
than
than
that.
0.5.
Yes.
And we have to mention the timing also.
No, you do not have to mention the timing. You just need to go ahead. You just need to go ahead and if it is more than 5 seconds, for example, speaker said, I am going. And then he took a pause for 0.5 seconds or more than that. You will press 2 and use pause.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes.
Now let's talk about the last tag, which is, oh, I'm sorry. By pressing 2, you will get this kind of symbol. So this is known as angle bracket. The first one is known as opening and the second one is known as closing. Now when to use it? So for example, speaker is saying I'm going out to eat food. Then I will go to my office and party with my friends. Okay. This is what the speaker said. Now, when the speaker was saying I'm going out, before out or during out, there was a noise, a baby was crying, and the baby started crying continuously till friends. Okay, so you heard the noise out before out, and the noise got ended. It was continuous, and the speaker was saying, and in the background, the baby was crying continuously, and it got ended before friend. So what you'll do is, you will press 2, select this sign. First, we will select the opening sign and write baby underscore cry. or you can write crying. You can write cry or you can write crying, anything you want. So we need to show that the baby started crying before the word out and the crying ended before friend. So what you'll do is press 2 and again choose this symbol, close the open one, and there should be one space gap, and over here you will again type baby underscore crying. Cry. Now tell me what mistake I have made over here.
Symbol.
No.
Spellings.
Absolutely. So whatever I have typed in the opening, it has to be remaining the same.
And symbol also, right?
Baby crying has to be there as well. So understood when to open the open and the close one and the difference between these tag. These tag you will use when it is the noise is fraction of second. The opening and closing you will use when the speaker is saying something and the noise in the background is continuous. Understood, team?
Yes, sir, understood.
So this is all the project about. All the guidelines and the recording would be sent